All right. Okay, so we started the recording, but we can maybe wait for our potential participants to join. I think we are starting to welcome some attendance. Fantastic. And for those that are joining us now, hi, my name is Helena Eisberg and I work here at EduNation. I work with the Pathway to Finland program, and my colleague Eve will also be hosting this event with me. I'm waiting for her to join us also online. I'm really thrilled to have you with us today. We'll be talking to you about the fast track to HBC, so the Business College Helsinki, located in Finland, Helsinki, Finland. It's super to have you all online, and great to see that you're so interested in wanting to join us here in Finland. Today we'll be telling you more about the details about how to apply and what kind of studies you can have with us and so forth. And yeah, let's see if Eve is here. Eve has joined us also. Fantastic. So Eve is my sidekick for this meeting today, and together we'll be introducing the fast track program, how to make your dreams of achieving your business career in Finland come true. Just double checking with my colleague Eve, would you like to first be talking about the program? Would you like me to start? How would you like us to run this?
Hello, can you hear me, Helena?
Yeah, we can.
Yes,
Perfect.
wonderful. Before we get started, could you, Helena, please share the whole screen? We can see the PowerPoint slides there as well now. So just at the bottom. Yes.
Perfect.
Let's have a look. Thank you so much for joining this webinar today. My name is Eve Kankkunen. I am the Marketing and Communications Manager here at EduNation. And as Helena said, I will be co-hosting this webinar today with Helena. And it will be about our wonderful program, Fast Track to Business College Helsinki. And before we get started, a couple of things. Helena might have been mentioning this already, but as I was able to join the meeting now, I will repeat this. This meeting will be recorded, so if you have to leave in the middle of the meeting, you can get back to the recording later on. We will send you a follow-up email with all the data and info about the program. But I please do recommend you to stay until the end, because we do have a surprise for you. There will be a €2,000 discount coming for some people who want to join our ambassador program. That is a very exciting opportunity we have. So let's get on with that. And we also have a questions and answers box at the bottom of the page. So if you have any questions, please do ask whatever you have in mind, and we are more than happy to answer them. And we also have Vasa from our Finnish office helping with the answers, as well as Love. He's also very experienced with this program, and Raja as well. So we have 5 of us here helping you today. So Helena, could you please give the next slide and we can get started? Thank you. I will just click that away so I can see the screen. So today, the content of the webinar will be, we will introduce you to the Fast Track of Business College Helsinki. It is an absolutely new program. We haven't had this one before, and normally our pathway studies take approximately 4 months, but now we're doing in a month, and you can do it whilst you're working, and then you can start your studies in Finland this fall. So it's a very good opportunity for all of you busy people who are working at the same time and wanting to reach your dreams of having a career in Finland or in Europe. Then we're going to go through the fast track in detail and also tell you more about the vocational qualification in business. What does it mean? How will it help you to get the best career possible? and what does it mean in reality. Then we give you the details on how to apply, and then we will have a questions and answers section where we will answer all the questions you may have and help you to get acquainted with this program. Helena, could you please share the next slide? Thank you. Helena, would you like to introduce the perks of choosing us and working with EduNation?
Sure. So first of all, I want to underline that this is really the fastest way to get your business career on track. This is, as mentioned, this is really fast. So you would have the fast track studies with us from April until August. Most of the courses, the two out of 4 of the courses will take place from mid-April until mid-May, and then the language courses will last until August. And then after that, you'll have 1 year of studies in Helsinki in Finland, meaning that after that, you'll graduate with your qualification in business and you can get your business started, your business career in Finland. So there's a great return on investment. You'll be able to enter the working life and start earning money already rather soon. And you also are able to work alongside your studies, even though your studies are your main focus points. You can focus on studying, but then also gain money on the side by working, thanks to your residence permits. This is really I also want to point out that vocational studies in Finland are really well designed. They focus on learning by doing, so you will acquire your knowledge really in a practical way, working with professionals in the fields. You will have also on the job training. That's fantastic. It's a good way to grow your network, meet the people that you need to know for your future career in Finland. Now, if we move forward, here are some details about the potential earnings that you can get in Finland and how much it actually costs also of living in Finland. And you can see this is what I meant with the return on investment. So potentially, after graduating from this degree, from this program in Helsinki, you could potentially be able to earn a salary which equals to 2,800 euros per month, and it would take you roughly 1 year to pay back your studies than in Finland if you at university level. Of course, in this program, the fees are a bit higher, so it will take maybe a little bit longer, but this gives you a little bit of an example of how much it can cost and so forth. Finland. We at EduNation love to talk about the possibilities offered by Finland, and we really want to encourage you to consider Finland as a potential destination for a long life, for a longer duration, not just for your studies, but really coming here and staying here in Finland. In Finland, you can really experience high quality education and basically a great living standards. I've personally been working with welcoming international students to Finland for over 15 years, and I've seen how people settle down in Finland and enjoy the calmer pace of life. Nature is everywhere around us, so it's really beautiful. It's not polluted, the air is fresh, and people respect each other. So you can get a high quality education, good working life, and then of course the life around you is also top quality. There's great student communities, so especially in Helsinki, where you would be located, there's a lot of students, a lot of international students, but also a lot of students in general. So that's a great community building up, and of course there's a great blend of affordability and excellence in Finland, Finland's education system. So there's rather low tuition fees, and students can then thrive for in state-of-the-art facilities and dynamic learning environments. A lot of the education, like with our fast track, takes place online, and yeah, it's really worthwhile considering.
Yes. May I add something here, Helena, as well,
Sure.
about living in Finland? One of the things is here that a lot of people who want to come to Finland also have a family with them. And Finland is very family friendly when it comes to this. We have amazing services related to that as well. Once you've finished your studies and integrated the Finnish society, there's a lot of options for your kids to have beautiful daycare services and a really good schooling career. And Vasa can introduce more of those as well later on. If you want to book a counseling session with us and all the other counselors we have 8 wonderful qualified counselors helping you with this program if you want to book a counseling session. And we can tell all about it, what is to live in Finland and what to do. And I can see there's a message that feel free to send your questions in the Q&A box. If you have something, please do this and we will get back to them during this webinar and also in the end. And also just emphasizing that also me being a Finn, I've lived a lot abroad in different countries, but I always happily come back to Finland because the living standards and the work and life balance is so good when it comes to this. But we will answer the questions once you post them. And Helena, let's move on to the next slide and get on with the program. Thank you.
Alrighty, thank you, Eva, for your experience also. My area of expertise is the Pathway to Finland program. So this is a preparatory program we've been running for many years already. It's a donation through which we help students gain admission to university and vocational studies in Finland. And we have taken basically the best of the Pathway program and created the fast track for those aiming for studies at HPC. So the studies that are included in the fast track program, so this sort of preparatory program for HPC, are courses which focus on academic skills, mathematics, business understanding, English language, and then the basics of Finnish language. The reason we are covering these different topics is that we want you to get the best tools to succeed in your upcoming business studies in Finland, because you all come from different levels, different countries, and you have different experiences, and you've been studying different things. So through the fast track, we're going to put you all roughly to the same level, so you already have the best tools. And then when you start in Finland, you can all start with a good understanding, and it will help you focus on succeeding rather than trying to understand what's going on. So this is a rather fast program, but it's still well planned so that you will have the best tools. Let me walk you through what these courses will contain. So first of all, I want to underline that the courses, the academic preparation course, as well as the course in mathematics and economics, will last from April until May. But then the Finnish language course will last until August. Everything is happening online on our Planet platform, so that's an online system where everything is managed. So you will be returning your homework there. All the recordings will be available there. So it's really convenient for you to study at your own pace when you can.
Helena, would you like to have a little break and I continue with the business details? Or
It's okay. I'll just focus on going through the courses and you can take over after that.
Okay, for sure. Thank you.
So as mentioned, all the material in the course will be recorded and you can basically study at your own pace wherever you are. And once you've completed this fast track, you'll be automatically then progressing to your studies at the vocational institution of Helsinki Business College. Okay, so a few words about the courses. Maybe Eva, if you could actually continue, it would be great.
Yes, let's do that. Also, as Helena mentioned, there will be the 4-week online course. And although it may seem a bit intensive with all the economics and orientation to academic studies in Finland and fundamentals of mathematics and English express language course, it's very doable within the month's time whilst you're working full time. So it's not an intensive course where you have to work from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. every day and then doing the homeworks. It's been designed in a way that you can also live your life as you are living and then do the courses. There will be some sessions online together with the teacher, but mostly it's done by yourself. And then you can just return the homework related to the course. And it is just to make sure that this course prepares you to excel in your studies. You have all the tools you need to get into the Finnish vocational system. You know the ways we do academic studies in Finland. You get the basics of Finnish, so you will understand some of them. And obviously the Finnish course will last until August. So when you come to Finland, and the studies will start 19th of August. Please, Helena, correct me if I got the date wrong, but I do believe it's 19th of August. And when you start the studies, you know the basics of Finnish, and then you're able to integrate into the Finnish society better. And once you learn the Finnish, although, it's always a bit of a task to learn a language, it's very usable from the beginning, and it'll help you land the job a lot better once you learn the language. And it's also, say with Helena, your native language is French, and your Finnish is absolutely perfect. It sounds so good, and Helena's been working on it, and she's integrated with the Finnish society so well, and so are so many of us working at EduNation and all the students who are coming through us. We will help you all the way we can, to prepare you to come to the studies here. So when you come here, you know all these important things. And also with this English Express language course, it has the vocabulary suitable for business studies. So you learn all those things, or if you already know them, your English is really good and you know the fundamentals of mathematics, economics, it's just a fresh up. It's always good to repeat some of the studies, and it's only 4 weeks. So then you're very equipped to go forward with the studies in Finland in August. Is there something you would like to add to this, Helena?
Thank you, Eva. I think you covered really well the points. I'm sorry to everyone. I'm actually a bit sick, so I'm losing my voice, but I'm trying to gather these main points. This has been designed, as mentioned, to really support your success in Finland. And as Eva also mentioned, these also designed that these are not too time consuming, but there's a lot of self-study, and then just some recordings that you can watch and homework to provide. And yeah, it's really doable aside work.
Yes. I think we can go to the next slide. So could you, Helena, please move on to the next slide? So this is the fast track to business studies timeline. So what is happening now is we're living Tuesday as we speak. And just the background to this program, it has raised a lot of interest. We have a lot of applicants coming through and wanting to apply for this program. So if you're interested in this program, please do act fast. The application period is ending this Saturday, 24th of March. So we have some days to go until the application period ends. And if you are considering this program, please do book a counseling session with our qualified counselors. And Vasa, could you kindly please put the link to the counseling sessions to the chat box, so we can actually have...
Hi, it's me, Vasa here. Very nice to meet you, all the participants. I will post the link, but now I cannot post it. I can only post it either to hosts, so my respected colleagues, but not to everyone's chat, but I will fix that.
Okay, we'll do that. And we will also send you a follow-up email with all the information on how to book a counseling session. But if you do want a session, please do book it fast as well, because we have a lot of counseling requests coming up. And there's only some days until we are ending the application period. And we are more than happy to help you with all the questions you may have there and help with all the admission criteria and all of that. So once you've sent the application by Saturday, you will be joining the admission interview and you will get accepted to the fast track program, given that you meet the admission criteria. And we will go through that a bit later on during this webinar. After that, you will get a conditional acceptance letter, and that will be the latest of this month. So everything is happening very fast. So you will know very soon whether you are accepted to this program or not. And then mid-April, 15th of April, you will start your fast track studies online. And after that, once you complete the studies successfully, you will get the final acceptance letter at the latest of the end of May. And then you're more than welcome to start your studies in Helsinki, 19th of August. So this is the timeline for the studies. A lot of things are happening fast, but also the return on investment, it is really good. So if you are considering this in any way, as said, please do book a counseling session, and we're more than happy to help you forward with this program. Is there something, Helena, you would like to add to this, or would we move on to the next slide?
I think you said it really well. Also, Eve, I also heard and have been following the application numbers. So I really encourage you, if you're interested in joining, do join now. I think it's really worthwhile joining. There's a lot of interest for this program, so we hope to see your applications and, of course, your interviews soon and welcoming you in Finland. But I'll move to the next slide. There we go.
Would you like to, Helena, cover this, or do I continue? How are you feeling there now? And as said, Helena's been so wonderful joining this webinar, although being a bit under the weather. But let's move on with this.
Maybe I can maybe say a few words about this program. So, as I mentioned a bit earlier, vocational studies in general focus a lot on learning by doing, and this is actually a trend in Finland in school in general, but it is especially true at the vocational level. So you'll have great teachers which will be helping you out to gain comprehensive skills and knowledge in the field of business, and it's available for anyone who has already basic education or vocational training. And this program has been tailored with specific requirements. So typically, if you were to join as an individual applicant, this would take 3 years for you to get the same qualification. But with our program, it's only 1 year. So it's really a blend of theory and practical training with an amazing outcome. So you'll have all the tools you need to succeed in the business field. So you'll be covering business essentials, so economics, marketing, and so forth, and also developing your language skills. So not only English, but also Finnish. And this was underlined by my colleague Eve. As you're coming to Finland, most of the people here, of course, do speak Finnish, and it's really a key to enter the working life to have the basics in Finnish. During your time at Helsinki Business College, you will be having an on-the-job training, and that means that you will be actually a team member in a company. You'll be working in real life situations, and that will only be a huge plus, you having already some Finnish skills, because it will be an asset for you. You will be better able to succeed at the job and connect with people that way, because language is really the key to entering a new culture. And Eve, if you have anything to comment on this slide, otherwise I can move forward with the next one.
Yes, thank you, Helena. One thing I would like to add is the on-job, the practical training, and that is a really, really good way of entering the Finnish working life, because quite often what happens is that when people have this practical training, if they do perform well and the actual place, the workplace has openings for the work, it's quite often the people who join these practical trainings will continue working there after the graduation. Although I do have to emphasize, we cannot promise that from EduNation's side. It is the students' responsibility to find their practical training place, but the school will help with that. And there are places all around in Helsinki that do want to have these trainees from vocational qualification programs. And as said, this vocational qualification in business in Finland, it's a very common program. A lot of people do it, and they are entering the work life with various different roles. We can cover those more in the question and answers section. But once you graduate from this program, you can work in retail, you could work in the office, you could work with sales, with marketing, event planning. There's like so many opportunities. Once you have this qualification, you are qualified for a lot of jobs. And I've noticed in the participants here today in the webinar, we have quite a few people here as well who already have submitted an application or wondering of doing that. So it's good for you to know these perks of doing that as well. And one thing is that the career you can have, if you have some background knowledge, if you've done your bachelor's in business, or you've done your 2-year business diploma, or you've done bachelor's in some other field, or even master's, it's very worthwhile having that knowledge and then doing this vocational qualification that takes just 1 year, because once you graduate, you can combine those two backgrounds, and then you're very equipped to go to the working life in Finland. So all those knowledge will be piled up together, and then you have a good assets to enter the work life. And as Helena mentioned, learning the Finnish is a key to the success as well. But you'll learn that during our courses and during your time in Finland. And also EduNation is more than happy to provide more Finnish training as well. We have courses equipped for that. So if you feel that once you are in Finland and you feel that you would want to learn more and you want your learning to be quicker, you can always contact us and we can tailor courses for you as well. We have courses starting every year. And also, if you bring your spouse with you, we have courses for them as well, for the Finnish courses and language courses, and they can enter their working life better at that point if they learn Finnish as well. So there's a lot of opportunities with that. And as Helena said, one thing to mention is that it's only 1 year instead of 3 years. And that is also due to the fact that we have in our admission criteria that you have some background already in studies. So you're not starting from the scratch, but you are doing the Finnish qualification and then you can enter the work life. Although having said that, you can also work part-time during the training as well. So you maybe have possibility of landing a job with them as well, probably. We'll see. Helena, I think we could move on to the next slide. So could you please change the slides?
So let's walk through the curriculum highlights. So there's really a practical emphasis on hands-on learning through projects and real-life training. So this, as mentioned, this is really how Finnish education is generally planned. So you have real topics. For instance, an example from a company, you have the situation, how would you deal with it? This is how you deal with marketing. Like, it's not only learning by heart, it's doing things and understanding how things are done. So that's really what we call practical training. And then you'll be learning a variety of practical skills which you can use for business. And that means that you can then select what kind of work you can do after graduating from this program, because basically business skills are needed in all sorts of fields. You can be working maybe for a pharmaceutical company as a salesperson, or you can be a marketing person for a fishing company. You know, like, these are skills, customer relationships, or business or marketing, they're needed in different fields. So there's a lot of opportunities available. But that depends on your motivation, on your readiness to learn also Finnish. It depends on your background. If you've already been working in a specific field, you can build on that previous knowledge then to build your future career. So definitely during these studies, there'll be a lot of practical skills being developed and so forth. And as mentioned, also language development. So English language, first starting with the fast track online with our program, and then further on at HBC. And then you'll be focusing more on Finnish language instruction then when you come to Helsinki. So you'll have the basic class and you'll keep learning as you go then to Helsinki. And in the pictures, actually, you can see some shots from Helsinki. So this could be your future home city if you decide to join us in Finland. So whilst in the winter we have a lot of snow, in the summer it's wonderful and lush and green, and it really takes people outside. Let's go a bit more deeper in what we consider what is the learning approach at HBC. So we really want to involve students in projects and teamwork. So nowadays, working life is a lot about teamwork. It's not only necessarily individual work. So already at the educational level, students are encouraged to work in teams, discuss ideas, take responsibility also, and be accountable for their own work. So that's something that you'll be learning and developing throughout the fast track, but then also in your studies at HBC. And what we were mentioning also a lot, this on-the-job training, this is real-world training in companies. So companies would sort of adopt you for a few weeks and then tell you more about what is the working culture like. This is how we do tasks. This is how we deal with customers in this area and so forth. So you'll get really on-the-job, real-life experience that you can then add to your CV. And when you apply for work later on, you can mention that you've been in a company, you know how they run the company. So it's already a big plus and an asset for you. So the program is also composed by compulsory units, which are customer service, profitable operation, and acting in a work community. And after that, you can also decide to focus on some other specific fields, which are called the optional units, such as marketing, communications, or business planning, or logistic services. And if I may point out also now here, many may also opt in the future to go into entrepreneurship. This is something very popular in Finland, and it's a great way to make a living also. If you have a business idea and you're dreaming of becoming your own boss, why not consider that also and gain the skills which could be needed in entrepreneurship now, so then you can start your company and then make your own living. Eve, what would you like to add to these points?
Well, Helena, you covered a lot of them, and I would like to add to the entrepreneurship point of view. In Finland, we Finns, we love entrepreneurs, really, and there are a lot of programs for people wanting to be entrepreneurs as well, and they will get financial support if their business plan is valid and their need for that. So this is something you can try to apply as well if you want to. These programs are not covered by EduNation, so we cannot guarantee you the access to those programs, but a lot of people do get funds for starting their business and supporting them during the first months of the crucial time when you have a lot of costs but not a lot of income coming through your business yet. So that is one thing to think about as well. And as Helena was mentioning, we do have a learning approach to these studies. And as you can see in the photo at the top with these robots, one thing I would love to point out, the business facilities in Finland with vocational schools, they are amazing. I've been visiting quite a few of them because of my job. And I'm always amazed, like, what do they have there? They have these robots, there are coding possibilities. People have, I've seen, like, this is like obviously a business degree, so you do a lot of business related things, but the facilities are top notch. They are really, really good. Like, for instance, computer rooms, it's not 2 computers, there are like 20 or 30 of them, and there's several rooms, so you always have a computer to work on. Or you have possibilities to use, there are media rooms where you can record stuff, you can do your videos there. Different facilities with different programs, they have all kind of top-notch facilities regarding the studies. So this is something really to consider as well, that I know in a lot of countries vocational qualification is not that desired, but in Finland it is. And quite often, surprisingly, when people finish their studies with a vocational qualification in business, for instance, they can end up earning a lot more than the ones who do a bachelor's or master's degree in less desirable environment of, or a degree when it comes to working life. Because in Finland we do need a lot of people in the business field, and as Helena was saying, that there are a lot of opportunities. By doing this degree, you're not just restricted to do one kind of work. Once you have the business degree, you will get the resident permits for working here and all of that. There's so many options for you to go through and see. So it's a lot of opportunities for you to also improve the skills you already have and enjoy the good facilities and all of that come with this education. But that's all from my side now, and I can see we have a lot of new participants coming to the webinar as well. So for the new ones, no worries, you will see the start of the webinar as well. We will send you a follow-up email with this recording so you can watch it from the start. And if you weren't here at the start, I would love to mention that we do have a surprise for all of you at the end of this webinar. Actually, a couple more slides and we get to it. We have a possibility that if you want to save 2,000 euros from this program fee, we have an option for you of how to do that, and it's not time consuming at all, so I think it's very exciting for quite a few of you. And also we will send in the email all the information about the program and how to book a counseling session and all of that. And also for the new attendees, we do have a question and answers box at the bottom of this page, so if you do have questions, please do send them. And we are really looking forward to getting a lot of questions, because we'd love to answer all the questions you may have here. And just to add, we are here for you now today. So whatever you have on mind, please do ask, and we are happy to help with all of that. But Helena, I think we can move forward to the next slide and get to the surprises we have been talking about quite a bit now. Yeah.
Thank you, Eve. Now I will tell you more about how the attendance and the logistics will take place then once you join HBC. So now I would like you to listen carefully, because this is very serious information. So first of all, I want you to bear in mind that attendance in Helsinki, once you have passed the fast track online and you have started your studies in Finland, you have to attend the courses in Helsinki. So it's 1 year, attendance is compulsory. It's full-time attendance on weekdays. Roughly, classes will take place from 9 a.m. to 3 to 4:30 p.m. So attendance is mandatory. It's a full-time study program in Helsinki during weekdays. You will not be able to do any online learning once you have joined the HBC program in Finland. So after August, it's in-person learning and a very much practical engagements as you have these work tasks and group works and so forth. And Helsinki Business College is committed to providing a dynamic and immersive vocational education experience. And it's also aiming at equipping students with essential skills for success in the business world. So for you to make the most of this very intensive and condensed year, you have to be online and you have to be part of the program and also be accountable for your success. So you have to join and be present and participate in the work. If we move forward, maybe walk through how to apply. So I believe that now if you already made it until here, your interest is really reaching its peak and you want to know how can you apply. So beware that the application deadline is approaching. It's next week, Monday, 24th of March. And once you have submitted your application, you will receive an invitation for the admission interview. So that's a very simple process. After that, you will then join the interview. Someone from our team will be asking you a few questions. No need to worry about that, and you'll know rather fast. Then within a week, less than a week, you'll know whether you're accepted. So this is really clear and simple. And I think that in the chat or in the Q&A, we could maybe share the link to our landing page where you will find all the information. And if you have any doubts or any questions about how to apply or what documents you need, I think we have that still coming up in the presentation, but we will also share the link to the counseling session once again, where you can actually find it in the chat. You can book a time with anyone from our team and just ask the questions one-on-one with somebody from our team, and you can go through the whole presentation or any questions that you would have. Moving still forwards, these are the pre-requirements for the program. So when you apply to this fast track to HBC, you must have a completed upper secondary education. So this would be high school and a completed bachelor's degree in any field. So you could be, for instance, having a bachelor's degree in engineering or nursing or anything, but it should be a bachelor's degree or a 2-year business program diploma. We also have an age limit. So the applicant must be between 18 to 50 years old. And so what you should submit to us at EduNation is a copy of the final or the official higher secondary school certificate of vocational qualification. Then the bachelor's degree if in any field, or the 2 years business diploma associate degree and the transcript of records with a minimum of 50% GPA, which is required when applying to EduNation's program. Then a copy of your passport, ID page, so that we can then also have the right info for the admission acceptance letter, and then your CV to get a better view of your background. And then we can help HBC find a suitable on-the-work training that fits your profile. But really, these are the pre-requirements. It's rather clear and simple. If you have any questions on whether you're admissible, if you have any questions of what should I submit and where, please ask, reach out in our Q&A. And now maybe the question that you were still wondering, how much does this all cost? So the program fee for the fast track is 15,900 euros, and it's payable in 2 installments. And you actually have 2 options when you want to pay. So the normal entry to the program is 15,900 euros. But my colleague Eve can maybe tell us more about this ambassador option. What is this about? That's such a great reduction, 2,000 euros less. How can that happen?
It definitely is. We've also been thinking EduNation a lot. We hear that a lot of people are wondering what is the life like when I go to Finland, and when I moved to Finland and study in the Finnish vocational system, what is it like? So what we want to do with this fast track to Business College Helsinki program, we've never done this before. It's exclusively only for this program. For me, just I have to add this now. We have this ambassador option. So if you want to do this, you will save 2,000 euros on your program fee. And that will mean the price will be 13,900 euros. And what does it mean in actual real life to be an ambassador? It's not nothing like being a ambassador in a big way. What it means is it's a bit like writing a study journal. What it's like to come to Finland, documenting your journey. You start your online studies, just documenting it a little bit, what it's like, what are you learning, what are the good bits about it, what were the challenges, because when you move into different country, obviously there will be the happy times and then there will be challenges. There's always when you move into a new country. So you can write them down, just like even with bullet points, just listing them down, how you feel, what it's like. And then you come to Finland, you start your studies here, just documenting the journey in a study journal way. And what we will be doing, as I'm the marketing and communications manager here at EduNation, you will be talking with me and our team. We will every now and then just chat with you and ask, how's it been? Maybe we can share some social media posts about it or what it's been like or something like that. So it's nothing too time consuming. You don't have to worry about producing loads of social media posts or blog posts or interviews and whatnot. It's just a very friendly way of doing, just like seeing how it is. And the idea is here to inspire others to pursue their dream careers as well, because the people who come to Finland and join these programs, they're the pioneers. Like they're doing this, they want to do something better, just to better their quality of life, perhaps, or they want to bring their family to a country with really good living conditions, getting decent salary, a good salary. The taxes you pay, they go towards something that actually matter. You will get good systems happening here in Finland. Just the life and work balance is really good here. So this is something that we always want to let the others know as well. And it's really nice to hear from someone who's doing it and not just us Finns or someone else telling about it. So obviously this ambassador option lets you do that. But as mentioned, it's nothing scary. It's nothing too time consuming. It's just documenting your journey until the graduation and then you approaching the work life in Finland. So if you're interested in this ambassador option, please do book a counseling session and our qualified counselors can tell you more about it. What does it mean? How can we do it? And are there some admission criteria for it or whatnot? And just to tell you, there are none so what that you would have to be particularly good at social media or something. It's something we will help with. And as said, it won't really take much of your time during the year. It's just about inspiring the others. And just to add here, we do have an option as well to pay this fee with 2 installments, whether it's a 15,900 or 13,900. If you pay it with 1 installment, you will save extra 500 euros. So if you do the ambassador option, you save 2,000 euros, and then if you pay it with 1 installment, you save additional 500 euros. So that is a rather massive discount to this program. But we do want to offer this because we know that it's wonderful to be able to inspire others as well with the opportunity of coming here and showing what it is like and helping your fellow countrymen and women of reaching their dreams. So that's what the ambassador program is about. And if you have any questions about this now, you can also send questions to the Q&A box. We are more than happy to help you with this. Helena, would you like to add something to this?
Sorry, I pressed too fast, but I think you covered really well the different options for paying. And I suggested after this we could maybe move to the Q&A. There were actually a few questions already in the Q&A that we could maybe cover, if that's okay with you, Eve. There was actually a question that was, can I get a job after completing the course? And our colleague Monica already answered this, but I wanted to underline that basically you can get any job after graduating, but we won't be offering the job to you, or HBC will not be giving the job to you. So you will have to be active in looking for work. But the world is open. Like the world is your oyster, and there are a lot of options available, but you will have to look for the job. But HBC has got a broad network, different connections and so forth. So make use of the network, make use of the on-the-job training that you will be having to build your own network, and I'm sure you will find a job for yourself.
Yes.
But this is really dependent on your success and your activity. I want to underline that we cannot promise, but you will surely if you put in the work.
Yes. And just to add here, we have Vasa here. She's our specialist in this field. Vasa, would you like to add something here?
Hello. So I would like to add about one of the great benefits of this program is that you can get qualification only in like 1 year. And in Finland, when like migrating through studies is like it's preferred. Like if you get a qualification or a degree, you can, if you have work, you can get easier work permit. Or if you have not found work yet, but you still have funds, or maybe you have very like short hours part-time work, you still can stay and look for work. There is even a special residence permit that's called residence permit to look for work. So when you graduate from Helsinki, from the Business College Helsinki, this vocational program, you will be eligible to apply for that permit. So even if you don't have the job, you can stay here longer. Usually it's for 1 or 2 years to look for work. And the income requirement is the same as for the student. And I know many students who applied for that residence permit and they were able to get very fast. I personally applied for the work permit already, which was also very fast for me. So completing this qualification gives you a lot of opportunities to work in Finland later and look for work as well.
Yes.
So even if you don't have work after studies, it just need to have the required funds and you can stay and look for work.
Yes. And I would like to thank you, Vasa, for that. I would like to add as well that Vasa is also working in our Finnish headquarters in Tampere, where I'm working as well. So, and Vasa is the one who's helping our students who arrive to Finland. So Vasa is like, she has so much knowledge about this subject. So whatever questions you have, I haven't seen a question yet that hasn't been able to be answered by Vasa. She's really, really good at this job. So if you do decide to come to Finland, you have our support in that as well. And Vasa is great at answering all these questions. And we do have also different options as well. We have arrival to Finland packages where we're helping you settling in. And we have so many things we are helping you to settle in here. So it's not just like coming to Finland, sending you to studies, and that's it. We do really care that you come to Finland in a good way. We help you settle in if you do decide to have the arrival to Finland package as well, and otherwise helping as well. And we do really care that you excel in your studies and then integrate to the Finnish society. So that is very important to education, not just getting you here and then sending you off to the work life unprepared. So that's why we do have this 4-week fast track before entering the HPC as well. And I can see also a question that, can I do part-time work during studies? Yes, you can. And Vasa, would you like to answer that question more?
Yeah, I already even sent a text there, but yeah, you can work part-time. There's a working right of 30 hours per week. That's more than in most of the example European countries.
Yes.
30 hours per week, it's around 6 hours per day. But note that work, like this part-time work, must not interrupt your studies. So the studies will be your priority for this 1 year. But of course, if there's part-time work, maybe your on-the-job learning place wanted to hire you for evening, of course, you're welcome to work there within this 30-hour per week limit.
Yes.
And if you have dependents coming with you, let's say spouse, they can work without any like hour limit.
Yes. And one thing to add here as well, as we've been mentioning the good work and life balance in Finland, we do have a lot of holidays in Finland. So for instance, if when you join this HPC program, there will be a fall break that's about a week. So you can work the full week if you want to. I know a lot of people who do the vocational qualification or their bachelor's or master's, and they work all the holiday times because we have so many holidays. So during the fall, the autumn, you have a 1 week. And then the Christmas holiday is about 3 weeks or so. So like a lot of people do, they work they study full time. and then they work more during the holiday period. So for instance, you have this Christmas holiday approximately for 3 weeks. If you want to, you can work the whole time, but obviously it's good to have a bit of holiday as well. I'm a Finn, so I do always recommend resting as well, but I do understand people do want to work as well, and it's very important to do that. And then there's the so-called skiing holiday, and that's the end of February. That's about a week as well. So then the school will be on leave as well, so you can work then as well. And what it means that you're working 30 hours per week on average means that some weeks you can work less and the other weeks you can work more. So it's not definitely 30 hours per week and you will get some sort of a punishment if you work 40 hours a week. You can do that as long as it's 30 hours per week on average. And the time is 1 year when we're looking at that. So it gives you a lot of opportunities to do that, for instance, working during your Christmas holiday. So that's something. And Christmas holidays starting around 22nd of December and lasting until 8th of January later. So that's the timeline for that. Is there anything you would like to add to this, Helena, or do we move on to the next question about the fees?
I think you covered that one actually really well. And it's also a bit related to the other question that came in the Q&A about the estimated living costs in Helsinki, that if you think about the living costs, what we really suggest to students is to have it around 1,000 euros per month on their accounts, just to be on the safe side. But of course, the residence permit requirements are smaller than the 1,000 euros, but it's better for you to sort of plan to have a little bit more than the requirement from Migri for your residence permits, so that you are able to get by, especially the first months, because you might not find a part-time job right away. So really, it's worthwhile considering having a little bit more on your account than the requirement from Migri for the residence permits. Our suggestion would be around 1,000 euros per month.
Yes.
That would be maybe the estimated living costs in Helsinki. And of course, then it depends on what size family. Are you alone, or do you have your family with you? How big household you have? So this was a rough estimation for the person asked.
Yes, and I would also like to add to Helena's reply as well. That also depends on where do you want to live. Do you want to live in a student housing, or do you want to live in a flat from a private market? How many rooms do you want to have? Are you sharing the apartment with someone? Do you spend more or less money on the food and so forth? There's a lot of things of what you want to do in your free time. Do you do a lot of sports? And by the way, when it comes to sports and all kind of activities, Finns, we do provide a lot of very low priced quality options for doing sports as well, and other activities, whether it's hands on, handicrafts or doing sports or arts or whatnot. So there's a lot of options for the free time as well. And a lot of people are asking as well that it's dark and snowy during the winter, what to do there. A lot of things to do there. We're reaching nearly the end of this session. We do have a third question here as well, asking about how could I pay fees from Burma? And we have already answered that normally the Burmese students are able to pay fees, for example, with the help of their friends abroad, like Thailand or Middle East. And we are more than happy to guide you through that as well. And we can contact you after the webinar. And you can also please book a counseling session. We can help with that as well. So whatever questions you have on mind, we're more than happy to help and assist you with this. And since the deadline for applications is coming, it's on Saturday. If you are thinking of applying for this program, please do act fast. We only have a couple of seats left now. It looks like that we have so many people getting interested now. So if you're thinking about it, please move fast and we can secure a seat for you. After that, you move on the process and can secure a seat in this amazing program we have. And if you have questions about the ambassador program as well, please do ask about that as well. We have a couple of minutes left on the webinar. Are there any other questions you would like to ask before we wrap it up for today? Can you see, Vasa, any questions coming up to the question and answer box?
Yes, there's a question that's called I'm finalizing my level 4 diploma in health and social care management from UK Online. Do I qualify for the program? And at level 3 I have studied business and management. So I think we would then contact you after the webinar and we can individually talk with you. And better is that you would book a counseling session and we can together look at your documents and see if you are eligible or not. Of course, we by looking at it, I would say yes, but we should look at it individually. But if you will not be eligible for this program, in Edunation, we always try, when students come to us and they really want to come to Finland with motivation to study, we always try to look for some alternative solution if original option is not viable. But Eve or Helen, if you could add something, and I can quickly research that question.
Yes, I think we've covered quite a few questions now, and it's been a wonderful webinar having you asking so many questions and having a lot of participants here as well. And if you have any further questions, please do contact us. We're more than happy to help with all the questions you may have and book a session with us. We have a lot of qualified counselors helping, especially with this program. You will find more information. If you go to the chat, you will find the question and answers box. I mean, the link to the counseling session. My apologies for that. You will also find the landing page where you will find more information regarding the program. And we have also written a blog post about this program where you can find information about, a bit more in depth, like what kind of opportunities you have after graduating from this program and what to do with that. So a lot of answers for you, and then our counselors can help you forward with that and answer on the one-on-one meeting all the questions you have regarding maybe your study background, financials, ambassador officer, or any of that. Helena, would you like to add something before we wrap up this webinar today?
Thank you, Eve. I want to thank you, Vasa, also for joining us today. And I want to thank all our participants today for your questions. If you have anything extra to ask about the fast track studies that you would be studying online before coming to Finland and Helsinki, I'd be happy to provide more info about those. It's definitely a great package. We've received great feedback from our students who have been studying with us since 2021 in the Pathway program. So it's a well-rounded up program that we have. And now we definitely took the best ingredients from that program and created a fast track for you so you can reach your business goals in Finland. We really look forward to receiving your applications and meeting you in Finland also in real life. So hopefully you'll pick Finland as your future destination for a long, beautiful life in Finland. And yeah, that's all I really wanted to say.
Yes, thank you from me as well. It's been wonderful to be co-hosting this webinar for you. And also thank you, Vasa and Monica and Raya and Love, who've been assisting here in the background as well. And especially thank you for all the participants here today joining us. And we are very much hoping to see you in Finland. And if you do so, please come and say hi to our office in the headquarters in Tampere. You will find Vasa and myself there, and Helena every now and then as well. We're more than happy to see you and hear how you've been doing, and just hoping that you integrate the Finnish society as well as you can, and I'm sure you will once you do that. So we're running out of time, so thank you so much for participating, and we will be sending an email with the recording soon after this webinar. So please be looking for that. And meanwhile, while you're waiting for a follow-up email, please do book a counseling session and we can continue the chat with you. Thank you so much for attending and hope to see you here in Finland next fall. Thank you. Thank you a lot.
Thank
bye
you,
bye.
everyone. Bye
Thank
bye.
you so
Have a great
much.
day. Bye bye.
Bye bye.